One of the things I always think about is that every interaction really matters. My name is Juanita Lee-Garcia, and this is my moment of clarity. I think of my career as a story about the jobs that I've had. I haven't really had a linear career whatsoever. I joined an early stage Toronto tech startup as employee number 23, went through Series A, had incredible exposure to these incredible founders, while I was also doing my master's in adult education and community development at the University of Toronto. One of my operating principles as an operator of a business is stewardship, is to leave something better than how you found it. How do I leave a conversation better than how I found it? How do I connect with a person over coffee and even leave them feeling better about themselves, their decisions, their problems, than from when I showed up? I'm not anywhere else. This is where I am. This is where business is. How can I be visible? And visibility to me is something that is super, super important for women in general, especially because as leaders, when you're posting on behalf of yourself, regardless, you are going to be representing your company and your brand. Not everybody is going to feel comfortable putting themselves out there. You have to include people in the decision making and in the conversation so that they can start to get comfortable with the idea of putting themselves in their face. We include them in the ways in which we kind of brainstorm about content. And so that's been a core part of how we encourage our team to create this like larger content dissemination infrastructure and like really building it into our part of like our values, teaching people how to do something, being really patient with how long it takes them to adopt it, and then like ensuring that they get the opportunity to exercise that muscle in a way that like doesn't feel a huge risk to them. In order to get other team members from junior levels to more senior levels to post about their work, which will then in turn become post about the brand or about the company and build that content ecosystem, you have to build that into your value system, but also recognize people for doing so. But there is definitely opportunities that have come from that just by putting yourself out there and by people having at least an insight into what your POV is on a certain topic.